I'm here with my Keyyou lashes and Keyyou Bond and Seal. I'm about to run out of this, so I wanted to record this before I do. But I'm just finishing up my eyes here. If you can tell, they're a little different looking. I'm using Keyyou lashes as well. In terms of the thickness and like darkness, it's 40D, and then it's the C curl mix. You know how clusters are a little bit wider? These are individual lashes, or I still call them clusters. I don't know if this is a problem for anybody else, but I can never like open it using the place where you're supposed to open it. But if you take it at the top two corners, it opens really easily. So that's just my little tip. This one goes from 18 in terms of length all the way down to 9. The 18 is a little bit too long for me, so is the 17, so I'm starting with the 16 today. Just like any other bond, you're gonna wanna wipe off any of the excess because you're not trying to get a big clumpy amount on there. You're trying to get a very thin, even coat across the lashes so that everything has nowhere to stick to, but it doesn't get all clumpy and glue all over the place. The recommendation is to curl your lashes before you do this, and I'm super for that, but I couldn't find my lash curler, A, and B, my lashes are so thin and so short that it really doesn't make a difference. If you have a thicker natural lash, you're gonna wanna curl them so that they don't just stick out of I just don't have that problem. My like 5 lashes will stick right to the clusters, and that'll be it. All right, I might have to go back at a certain point if it dries out, but that's perfect for now. To take it off of the strip, just like any other lash, you're gonna wanna be really careful. You're gonna wanna go underneath and right where at the base basically, clip that and gently pull up. At the beginning, I always would forget to like have it facing towards me, like curling upwards. So now it's a little more natural, but if you still have trouble with that, make sure that you're having it curling towards you, the base of the bottom. I hold it a little below the tip, so I have good control, but there's also still a lot of place here for it to stick to my lash. This is always the hardest one for me because I have so few lashes, especially in the outer corner. So I'm gonna add a little bit more bond. No problem. I'd rather have to add more than wish I didn't add that much. Give her a chance. Gonna pop it right underneath the lash line, give it a chance to stick. Gently let go. Sometimes you gotta curl your tweezers out. I'm gonna keep adding them before I squeeze them because I've got a little tip at the end. Next cluster, and then you're gonna arrange it on your tweezer, and we're gonna pop it next to that last one. I like to just dab it a little bit underneath to make sure it's sticking in there, but I'm not squeezing yet, remember? Dragging underneath. Again, you don't want to go right on your waterline, like touching your eyeball, because that actually is pretty uncomfortable. You want to go right above that, right where the lash starts, essentially. Sometimes I'll use my finger here to lift up my eyelid. Uh-oh, no problem. Let's take it off and take a step back. All right, ready? I'm gonna try again. I think I saved it. I'm gonna add a teeny bit more bond right here. Once again, I'd rather have to add a little bit more in these later stages than have added too much up front. So you can even use a little bit of this fake lash to help it stick on, you know, paint a little bond on there and have it touch there a little bit. Base at the bottom, and right next to the other one. There we go. This is gonna be more of that kind of cat look where it's longer at the side and then it goes a little shorter as you go in. If you want more of like a doll eye look, you can do shorter at the sides and longer as you reach the middle with the longest one at the middle. I tried that look on me for a while, but it's not my vibe. It doesn't really work with my eye shape, and that's okay. But you don't know unless you play around with it, you know? A tiniest bit more glue for this one little piece of hair. Nope. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again. You can dust it off and try it again, yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, before I even clamp them, I'm gonna clean up a little bit of a mess that I made in this corner, because that always bugs me. I just use some micellar water and a Q-tip. And I go in there and I just sort of dab away mistakes I made. There we go. So now your last step is going to be to take your seal side, clean off all the excess just like we did with the other side, and then just put a little bit on the inside of your tweezer. That way when you go to squeeze it and clamp them together, it won't stick as much. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and give a little bit of a squeeze. Outer corner. You can go in from the top. At this point, they're pretty securely on. You're just wanting to make extra sure, you know? You take your seal again, and you're just going to dust, not all the way up like mascara, but just enough to take off any excess glue. I like to do on the upper side as well, to remove any excess glue so it's not sticky and to keep dirt and dust away. We're almost done, and the last step is I like to finish it off with just some regular mascara, and I do my lower lashes. I think it just kind of brings the whole thing together. The falsies still look fake, obviously, but this kind of makes them a little more cohesive with my super blonde lashes below. But I've always done this. I've always liked doing my lower lashes. This is not necessary. This is just the way that I like to wear my makeup. All right, and then I do a little bit on the tips just to define them. And we're all set. We're ready to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Once again, this is my Keyyou lashes, my Keyyou bond and seal. You can go check them out. They have tons of different lash styles. Go get practicing. There's enough in here that you can practice this up a few times. Try again. You can not feel bad about wearing lashes every single day. You know, these are awesome. Go check them out.